was beautiful harmony. Good morning, everyone. I'm Megan Rancier, and I will be presenting today's service along with Gregg Brownell. Lisa Merrill Price and Steve Israel are providing technical assistance. Thank you also to our music coordinator, Sophia Singleton. Please be aware that we are recording this service and it will be posted on our YouTube page. For privacy, we do not record or post joys and concerns. And in case you weren't aware, today is the first Sunday of the month, which means it's potluck day. So everyone is invited to stay after service for potluck, whether you brought a dish or not, it doesn't matter. We always have enough. Here at the Maumee Valley Unitarian Universalist congregation, our goal is to provide a welcoming space for people to come together to experience religious freedom, find a community, grow spiritually, and explore ways to make a difference in the lives of others. We draw on a wide variety of resources to provide thought-provoking and inspirational Sunday services. We encourage you to attend several services to gain a good understanding of who we are. For further news, please remember to read our weekly email, which provides comprehensive information about everything going on at MVUUC. Visitors, if you would like to start receiving our weekly email newsletter, please be sure to fill out one of the blue cards found in the seat back pockets and put the card in the box on the greeters table, which is in the front entryway. All right, please take a moment to greet your neighbors. Anything you decided the last time you wanted to say? No, thank goodness. No, it's very unstructured, and I'm trying to keep it that way to give myself space Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of it as a possible sabbatical, but like I don't want to be too distant, but yeah, I definitely want to be more hands-on for sure. Okay, so our chalice will be lit today by Sophia Singleton. Thank you, Sophia. I asked her to light it today, and I said, "Have you done it lately?" She was like, "I've never done it." And I was like, "Well, it's your turn." Yeah. So excellent. Thank you, Sophia. I'm going to let her light the chalice, and then I'm going to guide us through. And usually we read the words for chalice lighting together, but today we're going to do something a little bit different. So today's chalice lighting is a kind of guided meditation. So I invite you, you're not required, but feel free to close your eyes as I read, or you can keep your eyes open, up to you. Just find a comfortable seated position. We're going to be doing some breaths in and out as I read some words with you. So yeah, just get comfy. So when I say breathe in, I'd like you to breathe in. And when I say breathe out, I'd like you to breathe out. But please don't like hold your breath. Don't create any discomfort. Breathe as you need to. Here we go. I breathe in the warmth of this light, its glow filling the spaces where fear and doubt reside. I breathe out the tension I carry. I release what no longer serves me. I breathe in the strength of our community, a sanctuary of diverse voices and shared purpose. I breathe out the urge to go it alone. I embrace the power of togetherness. I breathe in the courage to speak truth, even when it trembles on my lips. I breathe out the silence that holds me back. I make space for honesty and justice. I breathe in the hope of transformation, knowing we are here to build and to heal. I breathe out despair, trusting that change is born in small acts of love. As we light this chalice, may each breath remind us of the sacred rhythm of life, the pulse of creation, and the power we hold to shape the world around us. So, coming back to the room, you can open your eyes if you had them closed. We are now going to move into our time for the sharing of joys and concerns. So Lisa, if you can please pause the recording at this time. At MVUUC, we use the elements of stone and water. Okay, Lisa, please begin recording again. And now we are going to sing together. I invite you to sing together. I can't tell you what to do. But yeah, the hymn for today is hymn number 113 in your gray hymnal. So look for hymn number 113. And we're going to sing along with a video recording. The hymn is titled, Where is Our... Thank you. Where is our holy church? So we invite you to stand as you are willing and able.
In a small note, he does give a little bit of an explanation.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, all right. It's educational. Great.
Everyone, this week our hymn of the week is number 113, Where is Our Holy Church? If someone were to ask you, where is your church? You'd probably say, well, it's Heritage over there on Newtown Road. It's not as easy as that today, is it? This song is based on an Old English tune from 1551. The author of the words was Edwin Henry Wilson, a Unitarian minister and the first editor of the New Humanist magazine. Now, the takeaway of this hymn, in answer to that question, is that our church is in our relationships to each other, our actions, and not in who or where we are, but what we do. 113, Where is Our Holy Church? Where is our holy church, where race and class unite, as equal persons in the search for beauty, truth, and right? Where is our holy writ, where'er a human heart a sacred torch of truth has lit, by inspiration taught? Where is our Holy One? A mighty host respond, the people rise in every land to break the captive's bond. Where is our holy land within the human soul, wherever free minds truly seek with character the goal? Where is our paradise in aspiration's sight, wherein we hope to see arise 10,000 years of right?
This is a poem by E.E. Cummings, Being to Timelessness as It's to Time. Being to timelessness as it's to time, love did no more begin than love will end. Where nothing is to breathe, to stroll, to swim. Love is the air, the ocean, and the land. Do lovers suffer? All divinities proudly descending put on deathful flesh. Are lovers glad? Only their smallest joys, a universe emerging from a wish. Love is the voice under all silences, the hope which has no opposite in fear. The strength so strong, mere force is feebleness. The truth more first than sun, more last than star. Do lovers love? Why then, to heaven with hell. Whatever sages say, and fools, all's well. Okay. This is a bit of an experiment. It's a reflection in song, specifically 3 songs and a couple of stories. I'm going to take a look at 3 UU values: justice, pluralism, and transformation, through the lens of 3 separate songs. The first song is called Information Blues, and it's a bit of social commentary about the media. There's a character that comes up early on. Slide. That's okay. Yeah, there you go, that's it, okay. And this gentleman is Edward R. Murrow, who you may or may not know about. He was an iconic journalist in the 20th century. During the Blitz in London, during the Second World War, he broadcast on radio. He would go up to the rooftops and broadcast from there repeatedly, with the bombs falling all around him. He was one of the key people who got Americans to understand what was happening over there, because when it all started, Americans didn't really know what was going on. Now, this song relates to the UU value of justice.
Maybe we need to put that closer to your mouth.
Okay.
And then Steve won't have to turn the sound up.
Okay, Steve? Okay, yep, should be good. The UU value of justice, in that we've lost a lot of valuable information in the way the media has gone, especially over the last 20 or 30 years. And we need good information to make decisions about what do we see as just? What is justice? What do we want to become active about? What do we want to be activists for? So this song takes a look at that. Unfortunately, it's truer today than when I wrote it about 20 years ago. Up this morning, thought I might catch a little news. Talking heads start talking, I get the information blues. I've got 500 channels, every story they tell's the same. I hear the ghost of Edward R. Murrow, he's crying, shame, shame, shame. So I head down to the corner, thought I might find some friendly folk. They're all watching reality TV while the real world goes up in smoke. They got people going at people, going at each other's throat. I pulled out my old Bible, that ain't what she wrote. So I try to change the channel, but the dial it will not move, 'cause the TV has been listening and the TV don't approve. So she slips another message between the image and the sound, lays back and gathers data till she finds what brings me round. Now there's some places we must get to, some places we must reach, 'cause we've been living in a bubble and it's that bubble we must breach. Oh, we've been mediated and medicated, we've been fornicated over too. Those thoughts you think you're thinking may just be thinking you. So if you wake up in the morning with the information blues, it is up to you, my good friends. Find your neighbor, spread the news. You just tell this simple story, tell them every word is true. You think you're watching TV? That's your TV watching you. Thank you. Slide? Actually, then one slide beyond that. Perfect, okay. Now, this next song is about an old friend of mine named Paul Jeremiah. And I knew Paul real well, for about 7 or 8 years, and then we lost contact. About 15 years or so ago, we reestablished contact. Paul is nationally renowned as a master of what's called acoustic country blues. He was first called a national treasure back in the 90s when Elijah Wald was reviewing one of Paul's CDs. Elijah Wald is the guy who wrote the book that the recent Dylan movie was based upon. Paul, when he was young, fell in love with this type of music and decided, he made a promise to himself that he would never do anything for a living except play that music. And that's what he did. He was on the road for about 45 years, put out 13 CDs, critically acclaimed, never made a ton of money, but he kept body and soul together. And he, when he was young, he sought out the masters of this type of music to learn from them. And the masters of this music were mostly black men. There were some black women. And this relates to the UU value of pluralism, because what happened was he reached out to them, but they also reached out to him. And so he became friends with a lot of them, he performed with and traveled with a lot of them, and key figures in the tradition of this kind of music. And he became part of that tradition. Rolling Stone said about him, 7 or 8 years ago, they said, well, whether he likes it or not, he's now one of the custodians of these traditions and this type of music, and responsible for passing it on to later generations. So he put out about 13 CDs and was true to his vision, never did anything for a living except play this music. In the 70s, when all the nice clubs for acoustic musicians to play went away, a lot of musicians just went out and did other things. I mean, people who had good followings. Chris Smither went out and painted houses for 7 or 8 years. Paul decided he had to learn how to play in bars, which is a difficult thing to do if you do it right and you get people's attention, etc. But he stayed with it, and he stayed on the road for that period of time. So a number of years ago, I wrote this song for him called National Treasure. When that old man takes the stage, pulls out that old guitar, you don't know who he is, he knows exactly who you are. For some it's 3 chords and a beat, summit's fame a golden crown. For him it's all those songs he's sung, with thanks to those who passed him down. And what he does matters more than we can ever know. For every lie he shatters, another soul is free to go back home. Knew him when he was just a pup, back when he got his start. Now 100 years of music flows from his fingers to your heart. He's got that restless soul that rambles. He's got all those songs he's sung. Seems his music's his religion. Surely God has blessed his tongue. Some call him living history, a master as he roams. He lives inside his music. All those songs that bring him home, they'll take you home. Not at home in his own country. He learned the way of things too soon. Asked no quarter and would give none, like Gary Cooper in High Noon. Now when that old man leaves the stage, puts down that old guitar, we all might just look inside us and know a bit better who we are. 'Cause what he does matters more than we can ever know. For every lie he shatters, another soul is free to go back home. Okay, so that's Paul. Slide, please. This last song is about another friend of mine. We go way back to the late 60s, named Jamie Brockett. And Jamie had a good career as a folk singer for about 30, 35 years. But Jamie did not start out as a folk singer. When he was young, he worked on the rodeo circuit for several years, riding Brahma bulls, doing some calf roping. And then he went to Boston and became a bodyguard for a minor mafioso in Boston. And that led to some prison time. He never wanted to talk much about why, but he spent some time in prison. Somewhere along there, he decided he wanted to change himself, to transform. And that's where this relates to the UU value of transformation. He wanted to become an entertainer. He was a good entertainer. He was a great showman, could make people laugh, cry. He used to do a song called Bag on the Table that was about heroin addiction, and literally the audience would be in tears. So he made that transition, and along with that transition, he became an activist. He would travel to the South and work with union organizers. Now, Jamie's early life, there was a lot of violence in it. And I'm pretty sure that during that period, violence was the first choice. After he changed himself, he was still Jamie, but violence was not the first choice. It was the last choice. I remember he was staying with us, and he called me down to his van one afternoon. He wanted to show me that under the driver's seat, he'd strapped a Colt SAA revolver. And as Jamie put it, this was for situations that would come up down south when he was working with the union organizers. Then another time, We came back from a show, it was about 1 a.m, and he wanted to go out and get something to eat, and I didn't want to go, so he went down the street to the all-night diner, improbably named the Toddle House. And he came back about an hour later, and I noticed he was carrying, at the time, he was carrying a long black cane with a gold top on it. And when he came back, I noticed a long split down the cane. I said, Jamie, what happened? And he said, well, there was a guy hassling my friend Lizzie, the waitress, and he just wouldn't stop. So Jamie was still Jamie. He grew up with a code, and the code was you don't back down, and women are treated with respect by you and by other people. But violence was now a last resort. Now, Nancy and I, actually, the song that I'm going to do is called The Ballad of Jamie B. And it was written by a singer-songwriter named John Gorka. And Jamie had mentored Gorka when Gorka was young. And Gorka wrote this song about him. Nancy and I were up at his farm a number of years ago now, and I asked him about the song. And I did not know. When I knew Jamie, he lived on the East Coast and in Colorado, and then when we reconnected, he was still living on the East Coast. But I did not know. Nancy and I moved here in 1987. Jamie actually moved to Toledo at one point and lived for a couple years in Toledo and worked at a music store and taught guitar lessons. So Gorka wrote this song about that period in Jamie's life. And when Nancy and I were at his farm one time, I asked him about the song, and he said, well, let me tell you what happened. He said, I was sitting here one day, and the phone rang, and it was Gorka. And he says, Jamie, I wrote a song about you. I want to record it. I want to put it in my shows, but I'm not going to do that unless you say it's okay. So Jamie said, well, great, go ahead, play it for me. So Gorka played it for him over the phone. Jamie said, Greg, he said, by the time he was done, I was in tears. I said, sure, go ahead and use it. So this shows another side of Jamie after he'd been through this transformation. And actually, I should say that the transformation is kind of never ending. He still carries a business card with him that says, for his behavior on, and there's a blank where he can fill in the date. And then the next line is, Jamie wishes to apologize for, and then there are 2 or 3 lines where he can fill in what he did. So this is the Ballad of Jamie B. by John Gorka. Jamie ran aground out in Ohio, wife left for the great unknown. Says he'll take to the high road, she will find a place alone. Says he could not make her happy, he never tried so hard before. Wake up first and make the coffee, but now the mornings were like war. And there's a barroom for every way the wind blows, and a harness for every mother's son. Pull your own weight or else it pulls you, and it gets harder the longer that you run. Jamie's from the last great breed of roadmen, Woody, Jack, and Kerouac and such. But here was a woman he would die for, beauty no road could ever touch. Town was nearly famous for the glassworks, the factory that made hoods for the Klan. Football Hall of Famer in the phone book, but only trouble for an empty man. And there's a barroom for everywhere the wind blows, and temptation in every substance known. Pull your own weight, or else it pulls you, and it gets harder the older that you've grown. At home in the Harley-ridden pool halls, I guess it's best they never had those kids. Closer to the outlaws than the in-laws. They say Jamie's heart don't break, but I know it did. They say Jamie's heart won't break, but I know it did. He will find some refuge in his music, the long shot that they will reconcile. The meantime is a meantime, and he knows it, until he's back up on the pile. And there's headlights heading from Ohio, and there's teardrops saltier than rain. Taillights to tell a tale still tender, and a cold wind blowing through the night. A cold wind's blowing through tonight. So that's Jamie Brockett. And okay, so it's a little experiment. We took a look at the UU value of justice, and then transformation and pluralism. And so thank you. And I want to thank Sophia for finding the music for this service and doing such a great job. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Greg. Okay, got to find my spot in here. So now let us have a moment of silence to reflect on everything that Greg has talked about, played about, sung about. And I'll just ring the bell once to start our minute of silence. I'll wait a minute and then I'll ring the bell again. Okay, so now let there be an offering to sustain and strengthen this church, which is important to so many of us. We gratefully dedicate this offering to the good of this congregation, the wider community, and the world. If you make automatic pledge payments, please place one of the yellow cards indicating this support in the basket. And if you want today's contribution to count toward your annual pledge, please put it in an envelope with your name on it so that we know who to credit it to. Thank you.
It's been a long, dark night. I've been waiting for the morning. It's been a long, hard fight, but I can see a brand new day dawning. And I've been looking for the sunshine, 'cause I ain't seen it in so long. Everything's gonna work out just fine. Everything's gonna be alright. It's been all wrong, 'cause I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. It's been a long, long time since I've known the taste of freedom and those clinging vines that had me bound. Well, I don't need them. Ooh, I've been like a captured eagle. You know, an eagle's born to fly. Now that I've won my freedom, like an eagle, I am eager for the sky. 'Cause I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. 'Cause I can see the light. I can see the light of the morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay.
So, oh, it's Greg's turn. Sorry.
The closing words are from a song entitled All Kinds of Kinds, written by Don Henry and Philip Coleman. Ilsa was an acrobat who went and fell in love with that Horatio, the human cannonball. A wedding neath the big top tent with barkers, clowns, and elephants, sideshow family oddities and all. And the dog-faced boy howled out in joy as the tattooed lady was crying. Ever since the beginning, to keep the world spinning, it takes all kinds of kinds. Now, when I play this old guitar at children's shows and smoky bars, I take a break and think about the past. How everybody stared at me when I stood up in geometry and tossed my text into the trash. And I scratched out my number while hitching out under that Bush League population sign. Ever since the beginning, to keep the world spinning, it takes all kinds of kinds. And they who point fingers, let ignorance linger. If they look in the mirror, they'd find, ever since the beginning, to keep the world spinning, it takes all kinds of kinds.
All right. So now, this time you get to read along. Please join me in reading the words provided as we extinguish the chalice. As we extinguish this chalice flame, may the warmth of its light remain within us, guiding our steps and our hearts. Let us carry forward the strength of this community, the courage to speak truth, and the hope that transformation is possible. In each breath we take, may we remember that the work of love, justice, and healing is ours to continue, both here and beyond these walls. Go in peace with the light of this gathering to illuminate your way. Thank you. Before our closing song, we have time for a few brief announcements. If you have an announcement, please line up to my right and come up to the podium to make your announcement.
Hi, everyone. Wanted to let you know 2 announcements. The first one is, and I know you're not surprised, but there's a blood drive coming up. Yay. I know. Thank you for the enthusiasm. June 21st, which is a Saturday, 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. I, again, need the usual donors, people to bring food, and volunteers. So if you would like to be any or all of those things, please let me know. If you let me know in person, make me write it down. If you want to email me, you can email me at lisa.merrillprice@mvuuc.org. But please let me know as soon as you can so that I can get all my ducks in a row. The second announcement is actually from our own Mackenzie Phillips. She is the one of the assistants in RE, and she's an amazing, woman now, who is graduating this year. And she is having a graduation party, and she wants to invite everyone. It's also the 10th annual Phillips Pig Roast. Phillips is her last name, and their family every year does a huge pig roast. And they get up at 4 a.m. and they stick that sucker on the flames or whatever it is they do, and it cooks for hours and hours and hours, and it's amazing. And everyone is invited. It's all the same party, so everyone is invited. I do have a flyer here, which is going to go up on the board by the T. So if you want the addresses on there and contact information, if you can, they're requesting RSVP just so that they know what to how many people to expect. Oh, I'm sorry, the date. Sunday, June 8th at 3:30 p.m. Is that next Sunday? So next Sunday. I will be there, Bob will be there, and it's a good time. Their pig roast is a good time, and we can show our support for Mackenzie, who is going off to college, so, thanks.
Hello, I'm Shannon Yerka. I have brought with me today a referendum petition for a referendum on SB 1. Ruth also has one. We'll be collecting signatures in the social hall afterwards. So for those of you who don't know, SB 1 is an Ohio legislation that essentially is making DEI initiatives illegal at Ohio colleges and universities, and some other concerning things that I can point. Oh, yeah, a lot of other concerning things about, we can talk. If you're interested in signing, please see me or Ruth. I have a Wood County or a Lucas County petition with me. So please see me in the social hall.
Yes.
I got one online. We do that real quick before yours, because yours is more involved. Just a quick announcement also from Kelsey online, and they say, I will be at the Ann Arbor Comic Arts Festival on June 14th and 15th. It's in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and they're celebrating comics for all ages. As part of A2CAF, special guests this year are Rena Telgemeier and Scott McLeod. If you can make it, they hope to see you there.
Okay. All right. Well, gang, we do have a new carpet picked out. Finally. I retallied everything yesterday morning, sat down, went back through all the votes, retallied because I wanted to make sure I actually knew which one was the favorite. And it is very definitely this one by a large margin. It is the element blue skull. And here's a picture of kind of how it will look. So this, out of 23 people who voted, 8, this one has their number one favorite. And it was what? Oh, yeah, okay. So out of 23 people, 8 picked that as their number one favorite choice. There was a second choice, which was the Curate August Evening, which is the one on the left. That one had 6 people who chose that as their number one favorite. But this one definitely was the winner. And now the only decision that needs to be made is we need to decide which way we want the pattern to go. So that's the final decision, because you have a choice of either a horizontal line or alternating horizontal and vertical blocks. So to make this easy, I have a ballot. So today, would you please put your name on your ballot, decide which way you want the pattern to go. And also the choice that we made here is also less expensive than the second place choice. So another reason why this is definitely the first place. So any questions at all? I have copies of all the balloting here. If you don't remember what you voted for, your ballot's in. Any questions?
Oh, there's pictures on the ballot. Awesome. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Perfect.
Yes. So
Thank you.
can see what the 2 choices will look like.
All right.
Yeah. So
Before you vote, can we have a round of applause for Lynn for doing all the work of coordinating this? It really has been a journey. Yeah.
I think we're going to be very happy with this.
Agreed. Thank you, Lynn.
When is the carpet going in?
That's
We have to schedule that.
I'm ordering it tomorrow morning, and that's when I can find out what is small.
Awesome.
So it won't be until after the vote.
Right, it won't be till after the vote. That's right.
So give those to me today.
Yeah.
You have to put your name on it.
Yes, you do.
Just to make sure it's real people voting and not a chat bot. Okay, so as you're voting, I'm just going to share a couple more announcements. Oh, Yeah, and there are pens in the back pockets. Okay. Couple more announcements. So the week after the blood drive, June 28th, which is also a Saturday, we have BG Pride. So MVUUC is participating in BG Pride for the first time this year. And I would love to get a couple of volunteers to do a table with me. Yeah, it's going to be, I think, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you can email me to volunteer, that would be great. Say again? Where is the Pride event? The tables are going to be, I think, in Worcester Green is where Pride usually happens in Bowling Green.
Is it just a table or is it walking or?
It's just a table.
Okay.
Yep, there's no parade at this point for BG Pride. Second announcement is the intersectional reading group is going to start reading The Parable of the Sower, which is one of my favorite books ever. And we'll start our discussions probably by mid-June. So if you want to join us, please let me know and get a copy of the book.
For any of you slackers who don't read the weekly newsletter, I will be collecting the donations for the food pantry every Sunday. I gather them up and drop them off on Mondays. We're still collecting all of the little tabs from cat food cans, soda cans, beer cans, anything that's aluminum. I'm going to get to the Ronald McDonald House. And Angelus's freeform dance has been rescheduled to next Sunday because she went to Chicago to help her sister move her Chicago stuff toward the East Coast. So she will be having her freeform dance event next Sunday from 5 to 6:30. I would love to see any of you there. You could ask Sophia her opinion. She was there at the last one. I think it was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. So anyways, that's it. Thanks.
Yes. What do you need mostly in the country?
Oh.
You know, they seem to need almost anything.
And hygiene items too.
Hygiene because they can't use their money to buy that as well.
Right,
But
so.
you can also go online and look up Brown Bag Food Project and then list the weekly needs as things change. But the line has been so long, every time I go on Monday to drop it off, those cars are lining up 16, 17 deep,
To-
like 20 minutes before they go.
To pick up stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One more quick announcement, I almost completely forgot, but we are getting rid of the big heavy tables that are in our storage closet here. You know, those big monstrous dark wood look ones that are so heavy. They are perfect for like a garage workshop or out in your shed as a work table. Really sturdy, really heavy. We have 10 of them to give away, 6-foot tables. So they're 72 inches by 30 inches, 10 of them in the closet. And if we're giving them to congregation members first, anyone who wants them, claim them. And anything that's left over in 2 or 3 weeks, we will take to restore Habitat for Humanity. So I did bring my trailer today, so if any of you know you want 1 or 2 of the tables, we can load them into my trailer and take them to your place today after church, after the potluck. Questions on that? Nope. Okay.
Thank you. There's always so much going on here. It's pretty amazing, considering how small we are. Small but mighty. Okay, so after the closing song, we invite everyone to stay for potluck. Thank you so much for being here. And Lynn, where do we put the ballots? After service, just give your ballot to Lynn. So our closing song today is a song by the Zac Brown Band called Same Boat. And don't worry if you're like me and you don't know this song. We have the lyrics in the video. So follow along where you can and wherever you can. And I invite you to stand if you are willing and able. And let's try this out. Same Boat by the Zac Brown Band.
in the same boat, fishing in the same hole, wonder where the same time goes. We're all in the same boat. We can all believe what we believe, peacefully agree to disagree. But you can't judge a man till you walk a country mile in his shoes. Do. We're all in the same boat, fishing in the same hole, wonder where the same time goes. And money too, trying to fix the same broke hearts, wishing on the same stars. We all hope and hope floats. We're all in the same boat. We all been kicked and knocked around, but you ain't gonna keep a good man down. You can run like hell from your mistakes, but you can't hide from your truth. Do. We're all in the same boat, fishing in the same hole, wonder where the same time goes. And money too, trying to fix the same broke hearts, wishing on the same stars. We all hope and hope floats. We're all in the same boat. If you're holding, take those shots and keep reloading. If you can't be nice, don't say nothing at all. So help somebody, might be struggling, spread a little love. Gotta give back something if the ship keeps rocking. We'll all go overboard. We're all in the same boat, fishing in the same hole, wonder where the same time goes. Money too, trying to fix the same broke hearts, wishing on the same stars. We all hope and hope floats. We're all in the same boat. Yeah, we're all hope and hope floats. We're all in the same boat.
Weave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow and fill my cup again. Sing it with me. Weave me the sunshine out of the falling. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow and fill my cup again now. Weave me the sunshine out of the falling. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow and fill my cup again. Well, I've seen the steel and the concrete